If you're planning a trip to Takayama but aren't sure where to go, what to eat, or how to experience it properly, this travel documentary will give you a clear idea of a full 3-day itinerary. Takayama, a small town nestled in the mountains of Gifu, is best explored through its most iconic features, from the old streets of Sanmachi to the fragrant specialty Hoba Miso grilled on dry leaves. The Haida folk village, and even a morning dip in a hot spring. I spent 3 days traveling, eating, and discovering Takayama on my own, and put together a travel guide that's easy to follow for those who enjoy exploring at a relaxed pace, combining sightseeing with cafe stops, street snacks, and soaking in the peaceful atmosphere of a Japanese mountain town. Summary of the 3-day itinerary in Takayama. Day 1. Edo period Old Town and the taste of Hoba Miso in the heart of Takayama. Day 2. Riverside Morning Market, local street snacks, and a bowl of chuka soba. Day 3. Soaking in an onsen, buying local specialties, and leaving Takayama. Things you should know before visiting Takayama, Japan. Takayama is a popular destination for many travelers, especially during cherry blossom season, late April, autumn foliage season, early to mid-November, and major festivals like the Takayama Festival in April and October. During these times, both domestic and international tourists flock to the area, causing hotels to fill up quickly, particularly traditional ryokan inns and accommodations located near the center, close to the Sanmachi Suji Old Town, or Takayama Station. Prepare enough cash. Takayama still preserves the rustic charm and slow pace of life typical of Japan's countryside. Many small shops and family-run eateries around the old town do not accept international credit cards. Some ATMs here also limit the types of cards they accept. Therefore, it's best to exchange or withdraw cash in major cities before arriving. This is especially important if you plan to visit the morning market, try street food, or purchase traditional handmade crafts from local artisans. A carefully prepared itinerary not only saves you time, but also opens up better options for accommodation, service quality, and a truly authentic Japanese cultural experience. Day 1. Exploring the Old Town and enjoying Hoba Miso. Hello everyone, today I'll be sharing the journey from Shirakawago to Takayama, a small city nestled in the mountains of Gifu, famous for its stone-paved old streets, traditional wooden houses, and peaceful atmosphere. In the morning, I left Shirakawago and headed to the main bus terminal. Bus tickets to Takayama can be bought directly at the counter without prior reservation. The buses depart on time, the seats are comfortable, and there's space for large luggage. The ride takes about an hour, passing scenic views of mountains and forests, occasionally going through small villages. To explore the city most conveniently, I think it's best to stay at a hotel near the central area or right by the Sanmachi Old Town. From there, you can easily walk to highlights like the Sakurayama Hachimangu Shrine, the Miyagawa Morning Market, or the Hida Folk Museum. On this trip, I chose to stay at Takayama Uan Hotel, It's only about a 5-minute walk from Takayama Station. The rooms have both Western-style and Japanese-style beds. The room I booked cost around 11,000 yen per night, which is about 72 USD. The hotel features a rooftop hot spring. From there, you can look down over the surrounding town. It takes about 10 minutes on foot from the hotel to the Sanmachi Old Town, making it convenient for evening strolls or dinner. Another hotel worth considering is Hotel Wood Takayama, located right inside the Old Town. I didn't stay here, but I did stop by the cafe on the ground floor, which had a very pleasant vibe. Rooms here cost around 17,800 to 2,300 yen per night, about 113 to 129 USD, with a modern wooden design that still retains traditional touches. From here, you step right into the Old Town, making it easy to go anywhere. The first destination of the day is the Sanmachi Old Town. This area is located in the city center and is easy to walk around. The street isn't very long, but on both sides are wooden houses built during the Edo period, still preserved in their original style. Inside these houses are cafes, souvenir shops, sake stores, craft shops, and a few small eateries. Although it's a tourist spot, the street isn't too crowded, so you can walk leisurely and admire each building. I went around noon, so there were more tourists, especially tour groups. Still, the town was quiet enough to feel the traditional atmosphere of the place. After strolling for a while, I stopped at a local restaurant for lunch and ordered the specialty Hoba Miso, which many people recommended. Each set comes with a small tray and a mini stove. On the stove is a dried hoba leaf, topped with sliced Haida beef, a few kinds of vegetables, mushrooms, and sweet miso sauce. As the stove heats up, the leaf starts to give off a fragrant aroma and the meat slowly cooks. It comes with white rice and miso soup. The beef was tender with just the right amount of fat, and the mild saltiness of the miso sauce made it very enjoyable. I found the dish tasty and easy to eat, especially in Takayama's cool weather. After eating, I continued walking to Sakurayama Hachimangu Shrine, a quiet spot slightly north of the center. The path leading to the shrine has a gentle slope, but it's not far. Lining the walkway are tall trees providing shade. The shrine isn't large, but it's clean and solemn. What's special here is the 1,000-year-old cedar tree near the entrance. Its trunk is massive and its roots rise above the ground. This shrine is also known to have inspired some scenes in the movie Your Name, so if you've seen it, you might recognize a few familiar views. When I visited, the sky was overcast, and there weren't many visitors, making the place very peaceful. In the afternoon, I took a bus to Haida Folk Village, a recreated old village about 10-15 minutes from the city center. Entry tickets are sold right at the gate. The site is quite spacious, set among trees and a small lake with fresh air. Within the grounds are about 30 Gashozukuri-style houses, with steep triangle-shaped roofs designed to withstand heavy snow. These are actual houses moved here from other areas for preservation, with interiors that still contain old items like wood stoves, looms, and household tools from the past. Visitors can enter most of the houses. Each has information boards explaining its history and function. There's also an area displaying traditional handicrafts and a workshop space where guests can try making handmade items like lucky charms, weaving cloth, or making washi paper. I didn't have time to join, but it looked quite interesting. If you take your time to explore, you could spend about 2-3 hours here. After returning from Hida Folk Village to the city center, evening was approaching. I chose to have dinner at Center for Hamburgers, a small spot in the old town famous for hamburgers made with Hida beef, a local specialty. A full burger meal costs about 1,500 2,000 yen, around 1013 USD, and the cozy atmosphere is perfect for a slow meal and a rest after a full day of walking. If you prefer Japanese food, you might try Heianraku, a small place serving soba, udon, and Japanese-style rice meals. The owner is very friendly, and they have an English menu. A complete meal here costs around 1,500 yen, 710 USD. After a long day of walking, I returned to the hotel early to rest and recover. Takayama is peaceful at night, the weather is cool, and there aren't many nighttime activities. Hey you, where are you from? I'd love to know which city you're watching our travel documentary from. Leave a comment so we know we're not alone. A small action, but it will be great motivation for us to create more travel guide videos. Thank you, and sending lots of love. Day 2. Local cuisine and a peaceful night in Takayama. We started the day early, returning to the Sanmachi Old Town around 8:30 in the morning. At this time, it was very quiet, with few tourists around. The peaceful air and the traditional wooden houses on both sides of the street made me feel as if I had traveled back in time, to when everything was simpler and slower. Most of the shops weren't open yet, but walking at this hour is the best way to really take in the ancient architecture here. One unique detail that's easy to notice is the black paint on the wooden walls. A local guide explained that this type of paint wasn't for decoration, but was used during the Edo period to disguise the valuable wood underneath, back when logging and lumber trading were important industries in the Haida region. When government inspectors came around, the black coating made the wood look ordinary and harder to identify. After a walk around the old town, we strolled along the river to Takayama's morning market, a market that runs only until noon and sells everything from vegetables, fruits, and crafts to light snacks. Along the market street was a small cafe, simple in appearance but equipped with a professional espresso machine. I ordered a latte macchiato, served in a cup made entirely of cookie. Drink first, then eat the cup. The natural sweetness from the cookie gave the coffee a nice mild flavor without needing extra sugar. For lunch, our group chose a light but local specialty, Haida beef rice ball. A grilled rice ball with thinly sliced Haida beef in the middle. The aroma rising from the charcoal grill was irresistible, and the meat was tender with just enough fat, pairing perfectly with the hot rice. This dish is sold at many small food carts around the city center, making it very convenient. After a light day of exploring, in the evening, we looked for a small restaurant near the hotel to try Takayama ramen, also known as chuka soba. Unlike many types of ramen in Tokyo or Osaka, the noodles here are thin, slightly curly, and served in a light broth made from soy sauce combined with chicken or fish stock, resulting in a clean, not overly rich flavor. On top were a few slices of charred-edged chashu pork, releasing a delicious aroma as soon as the bowl arrived. After eating, we felt full but not heavy. Day 3, morning market, souvenirs, and leaving Takayama. On our last morning in Takayama, we woke up early for an outdoor onsen bath at the hotel. The air was still a bit chilly, but soaking in the natural hot water in an open-air setting with a view of distant mountains was truly a worthwhile experience. The outdoor onsen had warm water, perfect for relaxing after 2 days of walking around. After a light breakfast, around 10 a.m., we returned to the old town to browse the craft shops and pick up a few gifts before leaving the city. By then, most of the shops were open and the streets were livelier. The smell of grilled senbei filled the air, crispy, fragrant, slightly salty, and sweet. After trying one, we couldn't resist buying a few packs to take home. Next, we stopped by a small store specializing in red miso, a local specialty of the Haida region. The miso here is aged for a long time, with a rich, thick flavor that's great for soups or marinating meat. The shop also offered samples with pickles, making it easy to understand why so many people buy it as a souvenir. Just a few steps away was the Sarubobo handicraft area. Small, faceless fabric dolls shaped like people. According to locals, these are traditional good luck charms, often handmade by mothers for their children. Each color represents something different. Red for health, blue for work, yellow for wealth. Not only are they cute, but they also carry meaning, so everyone was eager to pick some up as gifts for friends. Before our bus departure, we relaxed at a quiet cafe near the station. Overall, Takayama is a peaceful destination, perfect for a slow-paced trip without the crowds. The total cost for a 3-day trip to Takayama is about $540 USD per person. If you go with a simpler plan, staying in budget hotels and eating modestly, it could be around $500 USD. But if you want to stay somewhere with an outdoor hot spring and enjoy traditional dinners in a ryokan, then you should prepare for $600-700 USD. After 3 days in Takayama, I feel this is one of the trips I'll remember for a long time. Not because there were so many sights or activities, but because everything unfolded so naturally. I got to eat authentic local food, walk through streets that preserved their old architecture, and had time to learn about the daily life of local people. If you're planning a trip to Japan and want a place that's not too crowded, with a distinct culture, great food, and just the right depth of travel experience, then I truly recommend visiting Takayama at least once. If you found this content helpful, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on the bell to follow our upcoming travel guide journeys. And now, tell me, from the list above, which place are you most excited to experience in Takayama? Leave a comment below, because sometimes inspiration for a trip starts with the most honest stories.